enthusiastic to be here today. Are you guys as enthusiastic as I am? Let's hear it. Before we get started, just a few friendly reminders. Please keep everything off the railing. Don't dangle anything over the edge, including your kids. If their legs are dangling over the edge, pull them back. Alright, we do have security guards that are walking around to make sure that those are being adhered to. Thank you very much. And the second warning, remember, splashing does occur. Splashing is not good with cameras. We're set. Let's get started. Everyone sees some dolphins. There's no question about that. Let's take a moment to think. We love about dolphins so very much. Anyway, shout out. Go for it. We love everything. Yeah, all-encompassingly. All-encompassingly amazing animals. Anything else? Intelligence, yes. Curious nature, two strong indicators of probably highly intelligent animals. Anything else? Friendly, yeah, that's social nature, definitely again. And they can jump. Yes, definitely, they can jump very high, and they can jump very high due to their incredible speed. Now, whatever it is, folks, people have been fascinated by these animals for thousands of years. We at the Vancouver Aquarium are simply no exception to that rule. And we're joined down on the dock by two of the most fascinating people I know. Fascinating. Very unique kind of way. We got Christy on the far side. We got Charlotte closest to me, and we're joined by three amazing Pacific white-sided dolphins. Here's our whale. He's the big. He's the bad. Spinnaker. And he's joined by two beautiful females. Lucky him. Here are Helen and Hannah. Well, after an area of display like that, there's going to be a pretty amazing animals. Why don't we give them a round of applause? Now, not only are they amazing, folks, but they all know firsthand the kind of threats that animals face in the open ocean. But now they live here at the Wild Coast Habitat, and they act as ambassadors for their species. And we're going to learn all about that today. Now, it's important to note, Pacific white-sided dolphins are a rare occurrence in facilities like this. You can see them very often. They can be identified by their shaped bodies, as well as the black, gray, and white coloration patterns on their sides. Now, Pacific white-sided dolphins are also highly vocal animals. They make a wide variety of calls, and we at the Vancouver Aquarium are sometimes lucky enough to get to listen to those. Not always, but usually. Let's give them a round of applause. Pacific white-sided dolphins are also considered to be one of the most acrobatic species of dolphin in the world. As the name would suggest, Pacific, they are found in the Northern Pacific Ocean. They have been spotted from northern Mexico all the way up to Alaska and all the way across the Pacific onto the coast of Japan. Now, I am curious to know if anyone in our audience may have seen this species of dolphin in the ocean before. Anyone? Maybe by show of hands? No one? Bueller? Far side. Stephen, maybe up the ferry in the Strait of Georgia, showcasing aerials and acrobatics there. If you haven't seen them lately, fear not, they're being seen more prominently off our coast. In fact, most recently in Howe Sound, only a few days ago. Very, very exciting about that. Now, as I said, folks, all three of these animals do have first-hand experience with threats facing animals in the ocean. They all have their own unique rescue stories. There are a lot of similarities. For example, they're all found entangled in fixed fishing nets off the coast of Japan. Now, they were rescued, rehabilitated, deemed non-releasable, and now have a permanent home right here at the Wild Coast Habitat. But there are individual stories as well. Let's get into those. Starting with Spinnaker. Spinnaker is the lone male inside this habitat. He was rescued out of a fishing net 20 years ago when he was very, very young. Now he, like some other dolphins, do bear scars from their experience with the nets that they face. The good prickles in his side, where those side or pectoral flippers meet the rest of his body, he still does have scars from that experience. Now he was luckily rehabilitated and sent here in 2001. So this is done by Hannah. Hannah was rescued most recently in 2003 when she was found. She's very thin or emaciated. Now luckily she as well was rehabilitated and shipped here to the Vancouver Aquarium with Helen. Now, Helen is a very special one because she probably has the most visible scars from her experience. She noticed her pectoral flippers are a lot smaller than the other two. And that's due to the infections that she received from entanglement in those nets. We actually had to have a partial removal of her pectoral flippers. So So obviously, folks, these animals are incredible rescue stories, and I think this is a great opportunity to hand it off to one of our trainers. Christy, as somebody who works so closely with these three amazing animals, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, David. We work very hard to build and maintain a very strong relationship with these animals in order to provide them with the best possible care through training and regular checkups. Everything that we learn through their health care is used by veterinarians and researchers to gain a better understanding of these mysterious animals. In fact, every day that we spend with them reveals more information about their species as well as their individual personalities, which, believe it or not, are just as different as you and I. Isn't that right, ladies? Our training not only helps us care for our dolphins, but also allows Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah to act as ambassadors for their species by participating in meaningful research projects aimed at protecting dolphins out in the ocean. But most importantly, Spinnaker, Hannah, and Helen remind us every day that nets pose a serious threat to dolphins all over the world.
Thank you very much for that, Christy. So yes, together with researchers, we are hoping to find different ways to protect these animals. But in order to do that, we have to figure out why dolphins like these are close to fishing nets in the first place. So let's just take a moment here and try and analyze the situation. What could they be looking for near those nets? Any ideas? Fish, yeah, that's exactly right. They're looking for fish. Dolphins like these are often seen zooming, zigging, and zagging through the Pacific Northwest. That speed right here. So they do go very fast, and that speed does allow them to plunge into the darkness. The deeper and darker you get, the harder it's going to be to find food. Our waters are giving them life. How to find it? How do they find their food in the darkness? Obviously, you don't have hands to turn on flashlights. So what do they use? Any ideas?
Radar.
Radar, very similar. Sonar, very similar. There's an animal word for it. Anyone know? Echolocation, good for you. Really cool if I was making those sounds. Those are the kind of sounds our dolphins make while they're underwater and echolocating. Basically, the ability consists of making a series of chirps and clicks underwater and listening to the echoes and the reverberations to figure out where things are in the dark underwater world. They can kind of create a mental image of what it looks like. Now, we know echolocation is a very accurate sense, yet despite that fact, well over 800 whales, dolphins, and porpoises get entangled and die from fish net entanglement every single day. Now, that's a statistic we're trying to shed some light into here at Vancouver Aquarium with the help of Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah, and the bond of trust that they've created with trainers like Christy. Over the last 2 years, we've worked very closely with these animals with gelatin eye cups. We work the cups up their bodies, starting around the midsection, near the pectoral flippers, and eventually getting to the point where they allow us to voluntarily cover their eyes. That's a great example of that exercise in trust. Thank you very much, Kristen, for that. I appreciate it. So, with these eye cups and having their eyes covered, we can use a specialized device called a hydrophone, which is exactly as the name would indicate. It's a microphone that works underwater. When we do that, we can listen in, we can record, we can analyze the sounds these animals use to maneuver themselves underneath the water in simulated darkness. Through this research, it's our hope of better understanding why these animals and countless animals like them get entangled in fishing nets while hunting for their food. Let me tell you folks, we're incredibly lucky to be working so closely with Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah. They do allow us the opportunity to conduct research that simply isn't possible with dolphins in the open ocean. Now, our research has led us to ask several questions, but the biggest question that we're dedicated to answering here at the Vancouver Aquarium is how can we help? Now, some people in my audience might be thinking, yeah, that's the biggest question I have too. How can I help? I'm very happy to tell you, you have helped us already today. By coming today, paying admission to buying something at the cafe or the gift shop, a portion of those proceeds does go right into our research and our conservation efforts, as we are a non-profit research and conservation organization. And one very special program that you're helping us out with is our Marine Mammal Rescue Center. Now, these are not the only rescue animals we have in our facility. We've been operating Marine Mammal Rescue, or MMR, for well over 40 years now. So lots of animals there. Our most common patient, harbor seals. You check out our harbor seals and read all about Da Vinci, one of our rescue harbor seals, and his story over there. In fact, this past summer, to give you an idea of the scale of our operation, we've rescued approximately 140 harbor seals, which in itself is a very impressive number. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, I really want to help this, how can I help? Well, you can come visit us again. You can buy yourself a membership. You can maybe make a monetary donation, or you can volunteer your time. We always need volunteers. This place is built on volunteers. You can help us here, you can help us at NMR. But most importantly, he can tell people the amazing rescue story of Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah, these three amazing Pacific White-sided dolphins. As they give you amazing displays right here. I want to take this time to thank you so much for joining us and learning all about these amazing animals who act as incredible ambassadors for their species. On behalf of myself, our dolphins, and our trainers, have a great day. Once again, folks, my name is David. Any questions, concerns, maybe feel chipped after having listened to me? No problem.